I think as we look toward Ukraine and what's happening with Russia and Vladimir Putin, Republicans are playing for the cheap seats and paralleling Obama with Putin and whether, one person doesn't wear a shirt and rides horses, and they are totally missing the fact that he's a madman who could change the future of the world.
Perception.
And the president is actually taking this methodically. Secretary Kerry is, and most people who are Russia experts and who are experts in Eastern Europe, they may disagree on what exactly he's doing, but they are supportive of not taking Putin for granted and looking at his performance as leadership-like.
That's the left-brain logical solution. The perception, and to me the Republicans have a three-pronged SWAT. We don't have a strong leader. Use that word strong anyway.
Please.
Listen to me. Perception. Yeah. We don't have a strong leader. We have too much government, i.e. Obamacare. Time for a change. And you want to kind of lump those together, it's a very powerful message. So although conceptually what you're saying is right about foreign policy, the perception always is, obviously, Republicans tougher. Right now we need more than ever.
And so that's the short term. Strong
I'm just talking about winning elections in 2016.
Doesn't mess around with madmen and play with our future in 10 seconds or less. And also in terms of Obamacare, what? So we want a health care crisis where we're all paying for ERs. Joe Scarborough is jumping in, and I'll get to you, Harold.
Love Joe Scarborough.
Joe, are you there?
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you, Donny Deutsch. I think Donny understands there are a lot of things that you can argue in a 30-second ad if you're trying to sell a product, or whether are you trying to sell a party, as long as it's a big picture approach that you're taking. And Donny, I think you're exactly right. I think the Republican Party right now has the big message, and the message is that we're on the wrong track. Government's gotten too big, it's out of control, and the president's not a strong leader, and we need a new direction. Strip it all down, Donny. Is that not the strongest message that any party can have, that we need a new direction forward? This isn't working. Let's try something new.
It is. You have the visceral, which is we're not a strong leader. You have the proof point, which is too much government, Obamacare, and then you have permission to believe, which is advertising term, time for a change. So those three pillars, I actually think are unbeatable.
If you're selling beer.
No, but if you're talking in a 30-second message, which is what
But Mika, I also think it's Heilman's point, too, which is that Democrats have to truly get energized. And this is what the president's warning against. They're not fired up. They're not worried about the alternative as much as they were in the presidential races. And, in order to get voters out, and low turnout elections are going to favor this other unified theory.
Joe, if you were advising Democrats, what should they be doing right now to counter this? I know it's a little counterintuitive, but what would you advise Democrats to do to counter you and Donny's message of big government, it's intruding, we need a different direction?
Well, I'll answer that in a second. First, I've got to go back to what Mika said, which is that this is a great message if you're selling beer, as if this is some sort of hope and change is some sort of new idea. It's what elected Barack Obama when they sold him like a bag of potato chips. It was nothing but a marketing campaign. Hope and change, hope and change. Guess what? That worked in 2008 for Barack Obama. It's probably going to work in 2014 for Republicans, at least.